Hello everyone! Is this Omega uploading a video and not in 2 weeks time? I don't have to wait a month for an upload? Yes! You don't have to wait a month for me to freaking upload. Well, that's mainly because I finished my work for the day and I thought, you know what? Let's just record a video. Okay, go progress the plot. Anyways, in the previous episode, I was wrong. Blade Dance is not a passive skill. I was thinking of its passive skill counterpart, which name escapes me at the time. Anyways, it's a power-up active skill that you can use that I believe temporarily increases your power each time you damage an enemy with your weapon. So you get stronger every time you hit the enemy. Go figure. So it's actually a very good skill. Anyways, we're gonna run up and dodge, attack this enemy because I don't want to deal with Parry Master. And he parried Louis, and he somehow knocked me back while also being in front of me. But I was behind him. Trying to go for the backstab's not working, so mash X. Louis took care of that one, and we'll go around this truck where this loss was hiding, and we will pick up one of the items that I forgot to pick in the previous episode. Another awake, which is pretty helpful, I'm not gonna lie. Anyways, we're not gonna fight up there. Well, we have to, but not now. Anyways, go to the right instead of facing them, and smash items in the way, and what do you get?
It's open.
You get his right-hander +1, which, as you can see, I can wield because it's not crossed out, except it makes me slow, so I'm not gonna wield it. There's another vestige right there, but we have to get past those enemies right there. And I don't want to deal with these enemies, but you have to. So we're gonna run past a big female loss, and I get combo, damn it. Special drain attack, bam! Take the I-core, we'll let Louis deal with that one, heal up real quick, and I will go attack the smaller loss. Hey, excuse me. I'm trying to kill this one, and I keep getting, I'm getting comboed. I'm getting comboed here by these damn loss. Alright, it's Special Drain, and I missed. Dodge, fire. Okay, I see Louis took out another one. Take out this one, and I ran out of focus. Anyways, chop him up, and be careful here, because you will fall off, and you will die. Heal up a bit.
Take good care of them.
Uh-oh. Anyways, that was Hunter Vestige Part D, and you can see didn't sound too good in those voices. Anyways, pay attention to the upper right, and you notice a little person up there on the map. By the way, Louis lying. You can fall off there if you want, and you will respawn. Yeah, I'll be fine. Anyways, we'll buff ourselves up with adrenaline, blade dance, and just I almost rolled off. Get a backstab. Okay, so got lucky there, and it goes fairly well. And I guess I should also mention this. I was wrong again because I brought up music. And it's the generic music used in this, and I'll tell you guys straight up, I don't like it. It's very boring in my opinion, so I might change it up in the future. If you guys prefer it, I'll keep it on, but maybe I'll change it up. Anyways, we defeat those smaller enemies, and it's going pretty well. But do that. Pick up the item, and we get another blood veil, a nightclaw. Buff myself a blade dance again, and as you saw, like when we picked up the communal gift, the flower seeds. You didn't see it, but there is technically a few unique models for some of the items that are static in the field that don't drop from enemies. You pick those up, and well, you just see a little item on the floor. It might be the knife, but I think the dagger is the only one that actually gets that unique animation treatment, because you could just literally stick it in anywhere and it'll be fine. But anyways, after you defeat the female loss, you'll go up all these stairs, And you see that way there? Don't go there yet. What you want to do is actually defeat this loss right here. Pick up anti-venom. You'll need it. Alright. Louis, I'm trying to... Shut up, Louis! Now you know why they give you an option to turn off the commentary from your partners, but I feel like it adds a bit more flavor, because there's no music other than encounter fights, which stay the same, and boss music, which stays the same. Because I believe there's only a few times when that music actually changes up for bosses. Anyways, you saw we pick up another anti-venom, and I ignored the missile, but we're going back to there now, because when you map out the area, we are going to teleport back to the old city ruins, and your entrance, and you're like, why would you teleport back to the old city? Why would you go back to the entrance? Well, you saw that little blip on the radar. By going up to the city ruins entrance, we will actually be basically right next to that little blip. And the reason why you want to be next to that little blip is because we will actually start our first infield side quest. Sorry for the hard cut right there. And the infield side quests are fairly easy. All you really have to do is go there, find that, kill something. That is the extent of the infield side quest. Anyways, you see a kid here, walk up to him and talk to him, and he'll give you the quest.
Finally, at last, someone's here. I woke up and everything was in shambles. I don't know what's going on. I have no mask and this thirst feels like it's going to kill me. But there's a monster around. It's wandering up ahead. Please do something about it. I can't get out of here until you do.
Alright, so he says he has no mask, but as you saw, he has a mask on. But anyways, you want to buff yourself up, and these side quests really just evolve. Like I said, it just involves kill something, find something, go on. Anyways, it's such a generic enemy. I just believe it has slightly more health than usual. That's it. Like this has way more health than like the one we fought in the caverns. Except I swung. I break physics to get up there, and then come back down, kill it, and we get a lost shard large, which does heal us up quite a bit. Like it really does help. Anyways, kill the thing, and you'll go back here to report to the kid that you killed the thing.
Taking down a monster like that, incredible. I've forgotten so much. Everything that happened to me is foggy. The last thing I recall is the city falling apart and all those horrors showing up. Yeah, those huge, awful horrors. They smashed my house. If I go back there, I might remember more. Anyway, thank you for saving me.
Alright, yeah, and for doing that quest, you get a lost shard medium and a regen inducer. It's just like another way of healing yourself. It like your regeneration, it's not affected by your gifts. So anyways, you do that, you pick that up, and we'll be teleporting back to the park ruins. So yeah, anytime you just see those little quests pop up on your map, just do them. Like there's no downside. You can only go up, and for certain, if you're trying to go for that 100% completion, you need to do them, because some of the quests are tied to they're tied to the characters, like the maps for the depths. If you don't get the map for the depths, like you're trying to complete all of them, you need to do the side quests. I lost my train of thought. I was rambling there. Sorry. Anyways, go back down there. You want to head down the ladder, and you hear Louis' voice. Pick up this Prometheus Vestige Part D. You know how Louis took note of that statue? You will as well. It'll be. You'll see. Anyways, head back up here. And you saw with the Prometheus Vestige that we actually had Part D. And like how I said, most characters' messages usually are 3 to 4. I believe every single main party member you have has 4, with the exception of 1. And you'll see that later. Anyways, we'll take down the parry master here, get a backstab. Excuse me. Excuse me, I am sorry. I had pineapple earlier. Maybe it's a bit more than I thought. Anyways, took down those enemies. And if we further up, it wasn't that hard. You'll see a cocoon in the distance. But you also see to your right, there's another one of those female lost enemies. And like Lily said, this enemy is technically generic, but as you saw, we killed a few earlier. But this one hits harder and has more health, I believe. Anyways, you'll want to be careful, because this thing, if you haven't leveled up by this point, can technically one-shot you. So, like, yeah, backstab. Even though it's in its focus state, you still take off a good chunk of damage. You just want to wail. Let's get another backstab. And that should be enough to take it out. Yes, it is. Anyways, win your prize, Prometheus Vestiges Part B. And we are done with Louis' Vestiges. I'll bring it up. We have A, B, C, D. And then we go on to Hunter's A, B, C, D. And you see we have the core on the other side. Well, you really only have the cocoon area to go to, Louis, so we'll go to the cocoon. And yes, I just explained that. And with this, we have mapped out every single part of the city ruins. And we'll be coming up to our first major roadblock. Ignore the teleporting Louis. He somehow got closer to me in that little scuffle. But ignoring the teleporting Louis, we're coming up to our first major roadblock. Oliver was our first boss. This is our first roadblock. And I'm not joking when I say this. This boss is so hard that it took me well over 2 hours to beat it on my first try. Anyways, we'll start this boss.
Let go of me!
We lost the race. Well, strength succeeds where speed fails. Wait, this place is... Hurry it up, damn wretch! Without your blood, we'll all suffer. Or didn't you think about that when you ran off? Take him somewhere safe. You owe me for this.
Alright, you heard me snort a little earlier there, because see where that self-reported rivet just gets excuse the French, pimp smacked by the boss. Anyways, it's kind of funny. Anyways, you want to equip your anti-venom, because as like, you know what I said, this is the boss where I say you'll need the anti-venom, because, well, it's a poison boss, and poison bosses is a concept that needs to die out. It doesn't need to exist. Anyways, you'll definitely want to be careful with this boss. Like I said, it's the first major roadblock, because I believe there's three that I would classify as roadblocks in this game that can stop you from completing them. Anyways, yeah, you see how hard it hits. It's just smacking Louis around, and like I'm trying to get in the word, and Louis died. No, heal, and too late. Even though I was like right next to him and I did it. Anyways, if your partner dies in a boss fight and it's your first playthrough, you might as well just give up and die. I'm not even joking, because that's how difficult the bosses are in this game doing it solo. Can you do it solo? Absolutely. It's just like one reason I hate that boss. Anyways, like I was saying, you can do it solo. I don't suggest you do it solo, because you will die. Unless you're God tier, amazing with your reaction. Anyways, talking about why I hate this boss, it just stems from the poison. If it just hit hard and knocked you back, the boss just fell over there for like no reason. And yeah, the venom. If the boss just hit hard with like no venom based attacks, I don't think I would dislike it as much as I do any other boss, because there's really only 2 or 3 other bosses I hate on the same level as the Butterfly Delirium. But we won't come across those until like much later. Like they are unimportant. That they are unimportant because one's like end game and one's a DLC boss. Because I'm just gonna ignore the enemies and run past them. Because you don't need to kill them. Just gonna run past them because your partner will teleport behind you. Your partner will go boop boop bye and teleport. Anyways, like other Souls games, you'll want to grab your haze before you die again. Because if you don't grab your haze, well, and when you next die, you lose out on all. Say if you had like 200,000 that you're saving up, off a bit, say goodbye to it if you die before reaching it. Anyways, bam, bam, and there are a few ways to easily take out this boss. You saw me shoot fire at. Shooting fire is one thing. The weapons that me and Louie are actually using, they stop the boss. Like they don't do, the bosses I believe is resistant to the weapons we do because they do slash damage. And this boss is I believe weak to crush. Ooh. Alright. This is this right here you saw like with some bosses and with all of it. The bosses will have will enter their desperation mode. The Butterfly Delirium's desperation mode, it will use more of its poison attacks and it will charge a heck of a lot more. And as you see, it's not that far. Instead of rolling away, you'll want to run towards it. Buff with another blade dance. And you could say stay somewhat close, but don't stay too close. Excuse me, again. You could also use the Zweihander and buff it with the fire ability I believe if you found all of Louie's vestiges before fighting this boss. Equipping with this Zweihander and buffing it with fire and using fire attack, you can easily take down this boss. The only downside is, I don't believe you'll be fast enough to dodge some of its attacks. But like, do you want to do more damage or do you want to be slow and dodge attacks? Like, that's up to you for the side. Anyways, having a partner here helps because you split aggression. Just helps a heck of a lot more. And then, like Louis said, sometimes the boss will be knocked down, and we're actually getting close to it being knocked down. And you can just wail on it because it'll just fall down and just go bam, 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 and just wail on its health. It's only when it buffs itself that it takes massively reduced damage. So you're. This is why you bring the anti-venom. Yeah, you bring the anti-venom, instantly kills you of your poison. I used the regen inducer instead of regeneration because I want to save it because you can get your regeneration more and more. It's just better to use your regen inducers first, in my opinion, because they restore a set amount. Got knocked out. Alright, this is it. Oh, it fell down. Bam, there we go. Greater loss disperse.
You awake? You? I remember you. Where's the girl? Answer me! Where did you take her?
We're taking custody of the girl.
That human belongs to us. We will take her back.
Humans aren't property. They have the same right to live that any of us do.
Don't give me that noble act. They have no rights. And why shouldn't we feed on them? We're the ones keeping them safe after all. Why were we kicked out of our graves? Who did we die for? Again and again at the Queen's hand. We writhe with this terrible thirst. We live in fear of joining the ranks of the lost. And for whose sake? It's all in the service of humans. If blood is the only price they have to pay, then they have a pretty good deal.
That doesn't mean you can just do whatever you want with them.
And what about the rights of revenants? Huh? It's not like we're choosing to live this way because it's such a barrel of laughs.
That should be enough to get you through a month or so.
Whoa, whoa, hold on a minute.
Just make sure that you and I never cross paths again. This is your one and only warning.
No way. The Crimson Sword?
I guess we'll be rationing for a while. Oh well. What is lost can be found again, huh?
I swear I'll end it. The Revenant's suffering must end.
Alright, so, that self-important Revan, he took off after we, just threatened him with the gun and gave him some, basically, food. I always found that kind of funny, that they just threatened him with, like, the basic gun. Not getting smacked, burned alive, electrocuted, nah, it's that gun. Well, it'll come up later, but you'll see why, like, that gun just threatened him if they haven't paid attention, or I haven't. Anyways,
She must have fled deeper
killed the boss.
inside. She's all right.
Yeah, she is. Hopefully. If not, oh boy. Alright. That'll be the last part you hear from me, and I'll see you guys later in the next part.
What?
You won't have to spend your days living in fear of revenants anymore. Although you will be asked to donate blood.
It's a trick. Do you really think I'm going to fall for that?
Everything you need to know is on that paper. You're the one who decides how you live.
But why?
I think the time for sacrifices is over. That's all. All right, we should hurry.